Hi, this is John and Lynn, and we're going to give you our update on what we're doing while we're stuck at home during the virus. So, let's get going. My name is Jonathan, and I'm a caregiver for my wife Lynn, who has a permanent brain injury. Things are different now, but we're doing the best that we can. Join us as we experience the Lynn life. Okay, so a lot of changes right now. I'm currently not working. I work at an ad agency, and most of our clients are now closed, so we have no money coming in. So I had to file for unemployment, at least temporarily anyways. But we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We have some savings put away and things like that, and there will be unemployment and all that. So that's the least of my concern. My biggest concern is our health, obviously. Caring for Lynn, I want to make sure I stay healthy, and so I can continue to care for her is a concern. Lynn is quite healthy, actually. Lynn's her immune system is good. She doesn't have any respiratory problems. Justin is good, no respiratory problems. I, however, do have asthma. So that is a concern of mine. My immune system is strong, though. I haven't had anything like the flu for about 30 years. I never get a cold. So I'm hoping that's enough to pull me through, but that is probably my biggest concern. So doing a lot to try to stay healthy, all right? We're also doing things to try to keep ourselves amused and get through this since we're stuck at home. So one of the things we've done, or I just did yesterday, I got my motorcycle out. It was a nice day. Got it out and cleaned it up. And let's go to that little piece right now. This bike hasn't been started up or moved since this last October. So this is the first time. Starts right up, no problem, does it every year. So yeah, it's a pretty reliable mode of transportation. And but boy, is it dusty. Time to get this thing cleaned up. Yeah, this thing is really dusty. So I think we're gonna have to get the hose out. Yeah, we're just gonna hose it off a little bit. Not gonna get out any soap or anything like that. I just want to get some of the dust off, and then perhaps we'll get it out in the wind. You know, this is gonna leave a lot of water spots and things like that. But it's okay. There'll be plenty of time to wash this thing correctly later on. This is pretty early to get this out. I don't know if I've ever gotten out like before. So let's start this thing up and get it out in the wind. Yeah, March is pretty early. I always get it out in April, usually early April. It might be a week or so in advance. March has been kind to us. We did have snow about a week ago. Yeah, you might see a couple patches here in my yard. There's a little bit right to my left there. But it melted quick. That was a couple days ago. And the street sweeper did go by a couple times. They've been trying to clean up the salt and sand off the roads. Still a little bit out here though. So you got to be careful when you ride. We need a little bit more rain to kind of wash this stuff off the road. But it's getting there. It'd be nice to get out. And man, this feels good. This feels good getting out like this. Yeah, just gonna take it on a little short ride, up and around, have a loop. I don't know how many miles it'll be, but this is therapy. You know, I'm the only one riding. There's no nobody around me, so the virus isn't going to catch me. I'm going too fast. But it's a nice day. I see a lot of people out walking, still staying away from other people and all. A lot of people in front of our house walking dogs and things like that. And it's nice to get out. Getting out in the country now. Getting out around, I guess I'm going about 55. The bike needs it. I need it. My clock is off. That clock is not the time, not the correct time. Alright, I'm gonna head home now. Oh, look, the guy there just waved to me. People are friendly. Alright, other things we're doing is, we're actually watching a lot of Disney Plus, stuff like that. Justin just hooked up his old Wii. We had an old Wii when he was younger. We hooked it up to the TV here. We may start doing that with Lynn. Maybe some bowling and different things. There's a whole bunch of games that he had. I don't think he's used that since the early 2000s, but we're going to do that. The other thing that I'm doing to amuse myself is I have a model railroad, and I haven't worked on it in probably a couple of years. I'm going to start working on that. It's upstairs, and I recorded something earlier, and let's go to that right now. I'm up here in front of part of my model railroad. I'm a very creative person. I credit most of that to my father, who was an artist and expert model builder. Part of this railroad, or a big portion of it, was done by my father, and he passed away in 2014. But before that, he was very, very concerned about the future of the railroad and who would take it over. And I assured him that myself and my son Justin would take it over, and we would bring it to our home and continue working on it, which he liked. So it's actually 3 generations of us who have been are currently working on this, or have worked on it and are continuing to work on it. So my father was a World War II veteran. After the war, he went to New York City and went to school. He went to art school in New York City. He was a member of the Art Students League. He studied under Reginald Marsh, who was a very famous artist. And he worked in New York City. He became a commercial artist and did work for a major account. He was an art director, but one of his accounts was Pepsi-Cola. And I like to tell people this, that the Pepsi can in the 60s and early 70s was actually my father's design. So that's interesting. If you look back at an old 60s Pepsi can, you can see his design. The railroad that he started, which is actually to my left, was actually, there's a time period, it was set in the 30s, he was born in 1925, so 30s during the Depression was an important time for him. It's when he grew up, it was his childhood. I decided to move it ahead, early 40s. It's now a war era railroad. It's HO scale, and I've expanded. I've more than doubled it. Still only partially finished, a lot of incomplete areas on it, and I thought that, well, since I am not working right now, I will use part of my time to work on this, and it kind of keeps my mind off things. So I thought maybe I'm going to concentrate on one little area and start working on that, and I'm going to show that to you. And I think each week I'm going to post the progress I've made. I may even add a second video each week. devoted more to that and kind of give us an update on how we're doing during this during these difficult times. So right here, I mentioned it's kind of loosely New York City. It's now war era, and I'm going to show you a couple little close-ups. This is a little ice cream shop right here that I built. There's over here, there's a my Harley Davidson dealership, which is interesting. I built that. Obviously, you know I'm interested in Harley Davidson. Then over here is a movie theater that I'm still working on. It's got a it's showing Casablanca now. The sign is animated, interesting, but this area is not complete. But the thing that I really want to start showing you guys or start working on is this area right here. Very few model railroads have a subway. This one does, and it's incomplete, but this is an area right here that's going to be a subway station, and right over here is the entrance to that station. There's a stairway, and I have some pictures depicting the recently in the last day or so of the progress. I'm showing you right here. I had to cut a hole into the layout through plywood to so I can put the staircase going down, and I have since at least painted the sidewalk. It's not glued in place yet. There's a lot of planning involved here, but that's happening. Next step would probably actually start building the station. Okay, and I'll post the progress as we do this. But yeah, just to make it kind of interesting, this is what I'm doing, and look forward to the next updates. All right, we're now, Lynn, there's been some changes with your horseback riding, right? Right? We did go last week. That was in the last segment. However, as of right now, that's on hold, isn't it? So that's not good for you, right? But you know you're going to be riding again sometime. We just don't know when that is. But we're going to do our best to keep you amused, right? Maybe we'll do some cooking. We're going to do some, maybe we'll cook something nice this weekend. And we'll do that, and we'll get you on the Wii. And maybe there's other video games that Justin said he'll hook up for you. And maybe that might be appropriate. Right? We'll do that. We'll watch some more movies. And we'll maybe do some exercises. That's what maybe the Wii Fit would be good for you, right? We'll do that. I'm exercising, and we'll be fine. So,
we'll see you next time on The Lynn Life.